We're going to open up these 53 Atherdrift packs. We're going to shift into Turbo and get these packs open. I apologize that the random packs that we were opening earlier, the screen was set to YouTube Shorts, which isn't full screen, but this should be right. And currently we're at 1.7%, so because we opened some of the random packs we opened today, actually gave us some of the Atherdrift cards, because there were golden packs that we bought, I think, yesterday. But yeah, anyway, so let's get into it. So most of the stuff's going to be brand new, especially all the commons and uncommons. There we go. I like getting some cards. I'm looking forward to playing around this set. The Last Ride. Okay, so it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, okay. I was trying to look up what legendary creature I wanted to build, and I quickly glanced through all the cards, which is not something I have been doing, which is something I feel like I should be doing. Let me turn down this music a little. Sorry guys, this, we'll go down to 5%. But, so, alright, well, we're gonna open like 50 packs, so let's see if we pull a legendary that I'm like, okay, this one, and then we'll do something. I don't know. My hope is to one day get into doing deck techs. But we will see. Alright, activate only. Okay, this is... It's probably a good standard card. It might be an okay brawl card, but I don't think we need to use that. I prefer to be able to fetch the cards. But yeah, alright. Ooh, okay. Each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample. Put a creature or vehicle card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put an artifact onto the battlefield this way, put a 2/2 plus. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, it's definitely super build around. Which I like commanders that I can either 100% build around or sort of build around. I know that's just weird because like I'm so in between, but it's probably my ADHD talking. Start your engines. What does start your engines is? If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. Okay. Oh, I see. Max speed, this creature has double strike. Okay, so if you have max speed, you get some extra effects. That's okay. Spectacular pile up. Wow. Pilly up. Wow. I went to college. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, all creatures and vehicles lose indestructible until end of turn. Then destroy all creatures and vehicles. That's hilarious. I like that. Cool board wipe. Peely up. Remember, from now on, just call it Peely up. Be like that weird guy on YouTube. Followed in Triumph Caster. But now y'all know why I don't try to read cards. Mounts and vehicles you control have haste. Okay. Whenever a mount you control enters, it becomes saddled until end of turn. When a vehicle you control enters, it becomes an artifact creature. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you play a mount, which is like a more of an artifact vehicle, or more like a creature vehicle. No, sort of. You'll see when we'll find one. And when the mount enters or the vehicle enters, for the turn it enters, it basically gets activated without you having to do something for creature. That's kind of cool. For a 2-drop, that could be interesting. More so, I think, in Brawl, where I can just drop a bunch of mounts and vehicles and just hit my opponent hard and fast. I mean, that's what you're doing in white. Red, you're in Boros, you're just trying to hit hard and fast, kill them before they can get off the ground, and that's pretty cool. I like that. Let's keep going. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's whatever we want would it be. It's a ditto. Wrong game. But I don't mind pulling them. It's a couple cards I want to build for the decks I've been building. Dragonautus Engineer. Dracana. Whatever. Y'all know I can't read. Exhaust. Other creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Exhaust for more. Create a 4/4 red dinosaur dragon. Okay. Creature token with flying. Dinosaur dragon seems like just a weird. What? Okay. Activate each exhaust ability only once. Oh, you can only do an exhaust once? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. I thought oh, I'm thinking of exert. Okay, never mind. Okay, so exhaust, you can only do that one time? That's way less good then. Okay. Well, there's a good bomb card in draft, I bet. Especially if you have the mana to do both. Ooh, look, we got two. Let's start with this one. Alright, that guy again. Whoa, Sky Sovereign Console Flagship. Come on, y'all gotta give it to me. I made it through that entire thing. Alright, flying. Your basic reading, I know. Flying, whenever Sky Sovereign enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Crew 3. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. 3 is a lot to crew, but alright. I feel like 3. I don't really know much about babies. Somebody heart of something. Right? That's how I read cards in my head. When it enters, you may search your library for a mount or vehicle card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. If one or more +1/+1 counters we put on a creature or vehicle you control, that many +1/+1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Okay, that's fine. It's nothing. So again, it's probably good in sealed draft. Useful in sealed draft. I'm not interested to make a commander out of it. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay. This vehicle's power is equal to the number of lands you control. It's gross. Whenever this vehicle enters or attacks, you may search your life. Okay, so it's prime type. Okay, that's pretty good. I do like that. I'm not gonna lie. Crew 4 is rough. But considering the mana could be really high, or the power because of your land could be really high, and then you're gonna get a basic land. I like it. It's not an auto include in probably most decks, but it's nice. It's at least it's like flavorful for Magic, if you know what I mean. Like not flavorful necessarily to the set, though. Obviously it is because it's a vehicle, but like Magic has themes throughout all of Magic history. One of those is a primetime sort of effect on green. So we got it on a vehicle. So they did. Guardian Sunmere. Did y'all hear that horse neigh as we revealed the card? That y'all like my Ward 2. Okay, so I just have to pay almost. That's meaningless. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, search your library for a non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less. Put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. Okay, so saddle 4. Okay, so basically saddle works like crewing. You have to tap creatures with the control power 4 or greater to saddle it. You don't have to saddle it. It'll just be Ward 2 and a 5/5, which is nothing to sneeze at. But if you would tap, you know, to saddle 4, you'll get this effect. It's basically you saddle to get the effect. That's the cost of the effect. Well, it's cool. Get nothing to write home about. Though that's actually not bad in a token deck. Like in a white or white-green token deck, that could actually be pretty good because you could probably saddle pretty easily and just get something gross. Precinct Captain comes to mind. Any of those 3 drops that are just gross for token decks. He's not a legendary creature, he is a rare, so I guess we'll read him. He has haste, vehicles you control have haste, so whatever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attacks this combat, draw 3 cards, then discard 2. Okay, sure, it does, you know, red-green stuff. Red-blue stuff. It does weird stuff. But somebody will pull that off on you, and they're going to go through their deck really fast. And there's the last ride again. Alright, we're almost to 15% of all the cards. I think the last time I did this, I got to like 30%. Fair Fortune End Boss. Okay, so this is the, looks like the final boss for a Mad Max movie. You start your engines, because of course, whenever you attack, Fair Fortune deals 1 damage to each opponent. I mean, not horrible. Max Speed. If a source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. I love it. I like doing more damage, and so we get to max speed, and then we just start cranking out those damage. And that little, you know, having your lightning bolt hit for 4 instead of 3, it's just so beautiful. You get a Thorbrand in there, and now it's hitting for, I don't know, math. Yeah, y'all know I can't read. You definitely can't do damn math. I can't read. Here we go. Look, I'm from South Carolina. I don't know what y'all want from me. Cryptcolor Chariot. Menace. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, create that many tapped 2/2 black zombie. Okay, that's kind of cool. This is a really cool card with Madness, if we could pull that off. Because it doesn't. I'm pretty sure, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure some of you will, but I'm pretty sure whenever this triggered effect does not require it to be a vehicle. Otherwise, it'll just sit there. It's like an artifact. It's almost like the God cards, where like it still has its effect even if it's not a creature. So this can go really good with Madness. I like it. Cool, cool, cool. And it's in red or black. Wow, it's like I'm colorblind too. Like I'm taking Disable Veteran to a whole new level. Okay, I'm sorry. Spell Pierce. I like that. That is a cool. That's a cool spell, Pierce. I do like that. Okay, let's see. District Mascot. For what? This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Okay. Not a legendary creature. I was getting excited, but I guess I digress. Remove 2 +1/+1 counters from this creature. Destroy target artifact. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Saddle 1. It's a goofy card. I can definitely see it being really good and limited as a way of getting rid of. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles, so which are all artifacts. So that's pretty cool. Might see some play or sideboard play in standard, but all right, cool. We'll keep going. Still have. We're not even halfway done. I know it's a long video. There we go. The Pyleop card again. Alright, give us some rares. I'm not even gonna try. The only word I can read is verbose host. Verbose. Whatever. Alright, so this is a legendary creature, Homunculus. Start your engines. You have no max hands. Okay. Max speed. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. Okay, this is great. I have a Niv Mizzet Parun Brawl deck, and this guy might. Yeah, this guy's definitely. He's got to go into it. Because I draw 2 cards, I get his trigger twice. If I have no speed, it starts at 1. If increased once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Yeah, okay. Unless to start the like if it's like I'm kind of confused about how to start the if it's like each turn I can only increase my speed by 1, so it's gonna take 4 turns for me to get this up. That's not probably good. But the Nomax hand sides in that deck, I don't know. It has potential. We'll have to play it and see. Lightning Strike. So you're starting to see that like we're not getting new. All this is we've already got. So we're starting to. Okay, there you go. We got one of the lands. We're starting to show we got some of the collection. Now it says 1,084 cards. I'm assuming that's 4 copies of each because no set has ever been 1,000. So that would make a lot more sense to me. And we'll see last ride again. So we only need one more last ride, and then we got. I've never collected a whole set, so I don't know what'll happen. Probably nothing. My bank account will cry. Yes. Other goblins you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token attacks this combat if able, max speed. Tap, add 1 for each goblin you control. That's pretty baller. Yeah, okay, that's fun. He's obviously not as powerful as the Krinko, but I actually kind of want to see him versus Krinko because of the amount of mana this guy could generate. Um, yeah, that'd be interesting. I think Krinko would still win. Like, I think his speed, which is funny because the ability is max speed. But yeah, um, market back walker. Through a market that travels, it's like Amazon, but outside your door. This creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. Pay 4 and put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, draw a card for each +1/+1 counter on it. This might make it in a Varel deck. We'll have to see if we can make room for that. Okay, so we got one of the lands. Oh, any rare we want. Awesome. Where are we at with that? 4 mythics, 8 rares. Okay, got a little bit of a Stark back. Sorry. Oh, maybe I calculated from that already. Captain Halsey Scourge. That is a shark with a gun. A laser gun. Yeah. Yeah, take that. Ward 2, pay 2 life. Okay, that is actually an annoying ward. Um, Either one of those separately would be annoying. The pay 2 life would be a minor inconvenience, and Commander, it's a little bit more threatening, obviously, in other formats, but combined together, that sucks. I want somebody else to kill that, not me. But please kill it. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. For each card discarded this way, okay. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, you draw a card. That could get out of hand. Um, yeah, that could. I'm just thinking of will effects and having those go off multiple times, and then refreshing or cycling your graveyard back into your library and doing it again. I mean, it'd be a one-hit wonder, especially if he could target himself. Okay. Uh, it's a raceway. That's cool. Land raceway. That's cool. Start your engines. Just pays for 1. It's just a max speed. I like this card. Um, I I really like this card. My fear is that the start your engines is just too slow. If I have to wait 4 turns for this to give me an extra mana, I feel like that's too slow unless if I'm gonna have to read up the start your engine because this could either be a really awesome card that's gonna be an almost auto include in almost all of my decks, or this is just gonna be like, I mean, whatever. Rules are important. Repurposing Bay, that is awesome. It's like if Tony Stark was in the MTG cartoonish universe. It's a little bit more of a cartoonish set, in my opinion. Pay to tap it. Sacrifice another artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice artifact's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate it only as a sorcery. So it's a sorcery birthing pod, but only for artifacts. Got it. I'm sure that will get in a deck and do gross things, especially with Urza. Damn. Urzra. At the helm. Possession Engine, that's what you want. Uh, this such a. I kind of want to read the story. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a race guy or anything like that. This, you know, that whole 20-minute scene in Phantom Menace. I mean, skip a menace. Um, yeah, but I do because the artwork is so unique and so like. It's almost got like a Ghost Rider feel to it, which I'm not a huge Ghost Rider fan, but because it's magic and this is going on, I am a little interested in it. When this vehicle enters, gain control of target creature and opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. Boo. That creature can attack or block for as long as you control this. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I get your effect, but I don't get your power. Okay. I like. Okay, man, it hampers itself a little bit. I can't even be mad. Except you're obviously just going. Ooh, Mu Yenling. Wind Rider. When this creature enters, create a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. Vehicles you control have flying, that's gross. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay. If just right now from what I've seen, she's who I would build. Unless we see somebody else. I'm not super into a vehicle deck. I don't like having to have my creatures hampered. Let's be real, they're creatures that are hampered. Um, I want all my creatures individually to bear their weight. Possession Engine again. But, you know, if I had to pick something from the set so far to build a commander, she's got my blessing so far. Bright Glass Gearhulk. Gearhulks are usually terrifying. First Strike Trample. Gross. When this creature enters, you may search your library for up to 2 artifact creatures and or enchantment cards with mana value 1 or less. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. Well, I don't know what we're searching for, but presumably something amazing. What 2 artifacts, creature, and or enchantments that cost 1 or less? I don't know. That seems. I'm sure people have got some ideas in mind on what they're gonna search for. So this could potentially be really broken or just like a meh. But I'll be looking out for it on the battlefield. Alright, what we got here? Another possession engine. Got a lot of those in my possession. Sorry. Winter Cursed Rider. Ward. Pay 2 life. Okay. Artifacts you control have ward. Pay 2 life. Okay, that's tedious. Exhaust. Exile X artifact cards from your graveyard. Each other non-artifact creature gets -X till end of turn. Oh yeah, I mean that could be a one-sided board wipe, especially in Commander, because you know people probably aren't playing a whole lot of non-artifact. I mean, obviously depends, but that could be a pretty clutch move. It sucks you can only do it once, but it's also awesome that you can only do it once. So I don't know, just take that as you will. All right, let's see. We got that land. That's actually kind of pretty. That looks like it's going to Amonkhet. Now I am intrigued. Gonna have to read up a little bit about what's going on with this Atherdrift set. Okay, that is Amonkhet. Okay, here we go. Horzat Godseeker. Indestructible, of course. Haste, start your engine. So the gods are racing now. That's, okay. Pay 1 and tap it. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Horzat can't block or attack. I said that backwards. Unless you have max speed. As far as setbacks go, that sounds good. Especially, I don't know, it doesn't sound like I can go down in speed. Um, Oh, so here's a question. It says if you have no speed, it starts as 1. What if I play another thing that says start your engine? Do I no, I guess I don't go up. I don't know. I'm gonna read about it. Sorry, guys. I thought I was being prepared. I'm more prepared now. I'm like a sophomore, a little bit more prepared than a junior, but I'm not there yet. Please bear with me. I'll get this channel going in the right direction. We are. Oh, Memoplasm review 1. Okay, I do like ooze as a creature type. That's one of my faves. So as Memoplasm enter, exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it for each creature you exile this way. That's gross. 2 or pay 2 and Memoplasm becomes a copy of target creature card exiled this way, except it's 0/0 and has this ability. Okay, so I get to exile a bunch of cards, and my most powerful ability on those exiled cards, I will just pay 2 and make Memoplasm have all that abilities, which is probably going to be bonkers. Plus, I'm going to have like 55 counters on it. Because it's in blue and black, so I'm going to mill myself. And, well, I don't have trample, but you can bet your sweet booty that whatever I pay 2 mana to copy it is going to have either have trample itself or something on the field is going to give this guy trample because I'm coming in slaughtering people. Okay, this guy's now the contender for who I'm gonna build. We'll see. We got 13 packs left. We'll see. Yeah, like that. River Pile Verge. Okay, that. Hmm. Oh, that's that little guy from Bloomberry. Leet, I think is his name. Okay, so are we just racing across the multiverse? Is that what's happening? Alright. What are we gonna get? River Churn Monument. Man, imagine you and me are one-on-one. We're like Gandalf and Saruman. We got our staffs out when we're casting magic, and then I summon this damn looking thing, and you're like, what? That's not even intimidating. Let's get into what it does and see if we're scared. Pay 1, tap it. Any number of target players, each mills 2 cards. I mean, oh, okay, any number of target players. Okay, that's not terrible. Exhaust any number of target players, each mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Okay, I apologize. I talked so much shit about this guy. This is an auto include in every mill deck, as far as I can tell. This is amazing. I apologize. Don't talk shit to people until you know what they can do. Okay, I feel bad now. Like I'm gonna have to go repent to Jesus for that one. Bulwark, Bulwark. I don't know why my Final Fantasy Chocobo is coming out. Ox. It's an ox, okay, with some armor on it and some magic, whatever. Um, Whenever this creature attacks with saddle, while saddle, put a +1/+1 counter on target creatures. Sacrifice this creature. Creatures you control with counters on them become hexproof and indestructible under turn. Saddle 1. I like it. Again, I really don't like creatures that can't stand on their own. But that one, I mean, as an avoidance, that's pretty good. It seems kind of murky, unless tap any number of creatures set onto. Okay, you can set on any turn at any time at instant speed. So, or sorry, you can. A better way of saying that is you can saddle at instant speed. Not obviously not any time. There are some limits to instant speed. Um, that okay, I like that card. It's a nice, just like, I mean, if you want to blow the board up, that's fine, but it's not gonna affect me, so I'm okay with that. Whoa, Cavalier of Dawn. That okay, that's cool and goofy looking. Okay, whatever. Let's see what he does. For 5. Um, Vigilance. When this creature enters, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. A controller creates a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. When this creature dies, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, it's good removal. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's like a shitty, it's like a weird Sun Titan. But I think a lot of the Cavaliers do that kind of. But yeah, okay, that's fine. Where are we at? 30%? I told y'all we get to 30. At least 35. Demonic Junker. Affinity for artifacts. That just means that 6 in his cost goes down for each artifact you have, all the way down to just having to pay the black. When this vehicle enters, for each player, destroy up to one target creature that player controls. If a creature you control was destroyed this way, put a +1/+1 counters on this vehicle. Yeah, that's that's pretty good. A potentially 1 drop. I'm gonna kill everything. +1 of mine to make this thing better. I like it. As far as vehicles go, I don't want to say I like vehicles yet. I'm not there yet. We got that guy already. All right, we're chugging along. Our numbers aren't going up as much, but we've got some great 10 res, 6 mythic. Not enough for a deck. All right, where you've got that also looks like that Leet dude. I don't. It's gonna bug me if his name's not Leet, but it's also gonna make me pat my shoulder if it is Leet, and neither one of those is the correct response. So, here we go. And something good. No Planeswalker yet. But I'm pretty sure Chandra's the Planeswalker in the deck, or in the set, and I ain't got her yet, and that hurts my feelings. Alright, 5 packs. And now we're not reading cards because they're not new. You see? I don't like it. Yeah, alright, we're just busting right through them. Here we go. Okay, this is new. Lifecraft Engine. As this vehicle enters, choose a creature type. Okay. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen creature type in addition to their other types. Each creature you control of the chosen type other than this vehicle gets +1/+1. Um, I think it's solid. In a tribal deck. One day I'll show y'all, hopefully soon, how I build brawl decks online. Because obviously on MTGA it's you shoot for whatever net deck you're trying to go for, but obviously you're going to fall short more often than not, unless you've been collecting for a long time. But this has the potential to make it in some of my token decks, not token decks, tribal decks. But you know, we'll see if that has any, if that makes it onto the battlefield anytime soon. And obviously, you know, you see a card like that where you're like, maybe it's good, maybe it's not good, and then you go out and you fight people, and then you see that they're using it and they're kicking your ass. Put it in your deck. Last ride. I think that's the last time I can get the last ride. I'm gonna get as many puns in here for one of my friends that I can. They're all for him. That's just, we got a romance. This is what oh my god, there we go, we got it. Chandra, Spark Hunter. Let's see what she does. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to one target vehicle you control. Until end of turn, it becomes an artifact creature and gains haste. Okay, that's cool. So with her on the field, one of my vehicles doesn't need to crew, unless its ability is tied to being crewed. If that makes sense. And I can play a vehicle and shoot it off right off the bat. So that's a awesome, cool ability for a vehicle set. +2 is you may sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. If you do draw a card, great. I think that's cool. The May effect means I don't have to do it, but I can still get my +2 out of it. Coming at 4 loyalty, so I'm going to have to +2 twice to get my ult. My 0 is create a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with crew 1. I mean, just right off the bat, if you just have her and you're just slapping her down, and you're just slinging out this 3/2, that's not bad. Yeah, so you could throw her down, 0 her, create a thing, go into combat. It gives it a haste. So you swing with it. On your next turn, you pop down another one, and you swing with it. You can't crew the vehicle, but that's like your weird turn. So turn 3, now you've got 2 vehicles that need to be crewed, but you pop a third one down and you swing out, or you can tap one of your other untapped vehicles tap the other one, swing out with 2 vehicles, or save it for defense. That's not bad. I mean, it takes 3 turns to get that kind of thing cooking, and hopefully you're doing other things other than that. But I mean, if you're just doing that for 3 mana, that's not bad, especially for Chandra. Let's see what our ult is, which you guys probably already read while I was rambling. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control enters, this emblem deals 3 damage to any target. Yeah, I mean that's beautiful. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, I could see this because it's so cheap. It's only 3, and brawl you can only have 1. But I mean if you're playing a standard deck and having 3 of these, this 2, 3 or yeah 3 or 4 of these, this is gonna be. I can't wait to see what standard looks like in a month from now, or just 2 weeks. This because I'm gonna try to make this. I need a pure red brawl deck, so this will probably be the first deck I build. Um, that's awesome. And that was our second to last pack, so let's see what we get here. Something new, something we ain't got. It's alright. So we got 36.1% of the set. I think if I click on it, I'll actually pull up. I'll look at that later. I don't need to see all that. But alright. That's all of it. See you guys next time.